Did you know? Overwatch was put together from the remains of a scrapped project called Titan. Titan was an ambitious MMORPG being developed from 2007 to 2013 by Blizzard Entertainment. The game was cancelled after Blizzard felt it become too large and had lost its direction. Overwatch was developed with many of the same ideas, but was made on a much smaller scale to avoid the same issues. Evidence of this can be found in the very first hero designed for Overwatch, Tracer. According to principal designer Scott Mercer, the idea behind Tracer goes back to Titan, where one of the game's characters had Tracer's abilities. Assistant art director Arnold Sang told GameSpot that the company used Torbjorn to develop Overwatch's art style. The character himself was inspired by ideas from Blizzard's other titles like Warcraft. Interestingly, Torbjorn's ultimate ability is called Molten Core, which is also the name of one of World of Warcraft's most famous raids. And if the player kills 4 enemies during a single use of Molten Core, they get an achievement called Raid Wipe. Before ideas for the character Pharah were solidified, Blizzard knew that they wanted a hero that used a jetpack and a rocket launcher. Eventually, these ideas grew into a character called Rocket Dude, who eventually became Rocket Queen, and finally, Pharah. The name and concept behind Soldier 76 also existed before Overwatch began development. The idea originated in a concept for a comic book by Blizzard designer Chris Metzen. This version of Soldier 76 was a super soldier who had lost his memory and was presumed dead after a botched assassination attempt. He then wandered the world trying to atone for his actions as the United States descended into a second civil war. Overwatch's Soldier 76 has a similar story. He was the leader of Overwatch and presumed dead after the destruction of their headquarters. He now wanders the world attempting to track down those responsible for Overwatch's downfall. The gameplay concepts for Soldier 76 were created early on and came from Blizzard's desire to reflect modern military shooters. His auto-aim ultimate ability was inspired by aimbot cheats, popular with hackers in early first-person shooters. Widowmaker's ultimate ability, which allows her team to see the other team through walls, was similarly inspired by wall hacking cheats. The heroes Genji and Hanzo were once the same character, a cyborg assassin simply named Hanzo. This character had the same face mask as Genji and carried both a bow and a sword. The concept was later split into the 2 different characters, with Hanzo retaining the bow and Genji taking the sword and the cyborg concept. Although Genji's international voice actor is Japanese and speaks the language, an entirely different Japanese voice actor was used in the Japanese version of Overwatch. In-universe, the South Korean hero D.Va was a professional StarCraft 2 player, a nod to the popularity of StarCraft among Koreans. Several of her voice lines are references to popular jargon used by gamers online, and her default costume is covered with logos of companies similar to real-world professional gamers. Additionally, Lucio is a famous musician in the world of Overwatch. Blizzard even released 2 tracks from his debut album Synesthesia Auditiva in the real world before he was officially revealed as a playable character. At Gamescom 2015, Blizzard developers explained that Lucio was designed to represent the optimism in the world of Overwatch, and a direct response to Tracer's statement,
"The world could always use more heroes."
The designs of Roadhog and Junkrat, as well as the in-universe state of Australia as a barren wasteland, may be references to the post-apocalyptic franchise Mad Max. Zarya's nationality and physical characteristics appear to be inspired by a Blizzard graphic artist named Tamara Baklisheva. Similarly, the hero Jesse McCree is based on a Blizzard game designer by the same name. McCree is portrayed by voice actor Matthew Mercer, though this isn't the first job he's had with Blizzard. He's played multiple characters in Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, Diablo 3, and World of Warcraft, including a character named Kilrog Deadeye in the Warlords of Draenor expansion. McCree's ultimate ability in Overwatch, Deadeye, is a reference to this. Another famous character voiced by Mercer is Jotaro Kujo from the anime JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Interestingly enough, McCree's Japanese voice actor also voiced Jotaro in the 1993 JoJo's Bizarre Adventure OVA and the prequel series JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Adventure. During the Overwatch closed beta, pictures of the female heroes Mercy and Symmetra could be found in the outhouses in the Route 66 map. They were later patched out of the game. Blizzard also faced criticism for one of Tracer's victory poses, which some fans felt was over-sexualized and out of character. The company later took the pose out of the game and replaced it with a similar pose reminiscent of a pinup by painter Alberto Vargas, which aligns more with Tracer's personality. Like most things on the internet, Overwatch has driven several fans to create pornography featuring the game's characters and locations. According to pornographic website Pornhub, Overwatch-related searches on their service increased by 817% on May 5th, 2016, the day Overwatch entered open beta. Though Blizzard hasn't officially commented on the subject, they may be actively trying to take some of that pornography down. Reddit user Spornum shared several accounts of his own creations and the works of others receiving DMCA takedown notices by digital securities company Erdetto. This was on video and image sites such as Pornhub and Tumblr. Several news outlets have speculated that Blizzard outsourced Erdetto to take down content that may use assets directly ripped from Overwatch. At one point, several cosplayers visited Blizzard's development studios dressed as heroes from Overwatch. Art director Bill Petrus asked them what they would like the studio to change about the characters to make them easier to cosplay. They simply requested that Blizzard add more pockets to the characters. In 2016, Blizzard hired several cosplayers to drive Overwatch-themed vehicles for the Uber cab service at PAX East in Boston. One of them, the Ford F-650 super truck driven by a Soldier 76 cosplayer, got into a traffic accident on the first day of the convention. The vehicle ran over another car outside the convention center, but fortunately, no one was injured. Blizzard paid tribute to one of their fans who passed away before Overwatch was released. In May of 2016, a 20-year-old student named Wu Hongyu attempted to stop a thief from stealing a classmate's motorcycle. Hongyu got onto his own bike to chase the thief, and the two motorcycles collided. Unfortunately, Hongyu passed away from his injuries on May 23, 2016, just one day before Overwatch was released. He was awarded the Courageous Citizen Award from the government of Guangzhou, China, and Blizzard added Hongyu's name to a spacesuit on the red side of the Lijiang Tower map. His suit stands beneath the phrase, "Heroes never die," a catchphrase used by the character Mercy. A Blizzard representative told Polygon, "We added that in remembrance of a brave member of our community." In the mood for more Overwatch? Then click right here to see me defend Overwatch in an epic battle against none other than Team Fortress 2. Which game reigns supreme, the granddaddy of class-based shooters or the new kid on the block? Does the Bay May have what it takes to bring down the rare endangered spy crab? Two Titans enter! And honestly, both will leave since it's a debate about which game is better. But show your support for your favorite of the two by clicking right here and casting the deciding vote. It's an election even more heated than Hillary versus Trump. See you on the other side.